Hello everybody, welcome to my video today. Thank you for joining me. My name is Merzad. Recently I was arrested and I was in the news, and what I want to do is I kind of want to defend my name, and I want to kind of give my side of the story of what happened, so that it's not just a one-sided story being told. So that's my intent and purpose for making this video. Here's the story. Police: man was burying crystals to prep for the end of the world. And we'll read the whole thing later. But if you have a moment, please join me, and we're gonna watch about a 4-minute video here, and this is on YouTube. Anybody can go and watch it. It's from the channel How Stuff Works. This is, they have their own channel on one of the cable stations. I forget which one it is, but they're on cable TV. They have their own YouTube channel, and they have a lot of different videos. And this is one that's called Stuff They Don't Want You to Know: Orgone Energy, by How Stuff Works. Known name, I would say, on the internet and different aspects. So just join me. This is about a 4-minute video. Hopefully you have the time and we can watch this together.
Is supported from UFOs to ghost and psychic powers. From UFOs to ghost and psychic powers. History is riddled with unexplained events. You can turn back now and learn the stuff they don't want you to know. Here are the facts. In China it's called Qi, and in India it's known as Prana. In the West we call it the soul. But what exactly is it? To the religious it's a spark of divinity that connects us to the universe. To the skeptics it's a series of chemical interactions within the brain. Billions of people believe in spiritual energy, but there's no scientific proof of its existence. Finding the soul is a tricky proposition. Modern science has disproven many historical notions of this energy, but the search continues. History is filled with stories of charlatans and believers alike claiming to have discovered it. Consider the notorious experiments of Dr. Duncan McDougall in 1907, when he claimed that the soul weighed an average of 21 grams. This experiment was deeply flawed, but failure hasn't stopped us yet. In fact, some people think the search for the soul ended decades ago with a man named Wilhelm Reich. Born in 1897, Wilhelm Reich studied psychoanalysis under Sigmund Freud. Freud's theory on the libido fascinated Reich, who believed that the libido was a real, physical energy. He moved to the US, where he began research on this energy. He called it Orgone. According to Reich, this energy permeated the universe, and orgone imbalances could create health problems. Reich claimed orgone treatment could combat cancer. His ideas eventually caught the government's attention. According to declassified FBI files, Reich was under investigation for ties to the Communist Party. In 1947, the agency concluded that Dr. Reich was not a communist agent and did not believe his research was subversive. Then the FDA began to persecute Reich, suing him in 1954 to place an injunction on the shipment of orgone-related devices and literature. He was arrested that same year. According to skeptics, Reich was locked up for making false claims and distributing what amounted to snake oil, but others don't buy that story. Here's where it gets crazy. While mainstream historians believe the feds prosecuted Reich for alleged communist ties, his supporters paint a different picture. These theorists say Reich was singled out because his orgone accumulators worked. He did not request payment when treating people, and he held demonstrations to prove the effectiveness of the technology, chiefly focusing on the orgone chamber. These boxes are made from layers of wood, wool, and metals. According to Reich, they concentrate ambient orgone energy, which can cure physical ailments. Reich also used orgone to operate his cloudbuster, which he claimed could manipulate cloud cover. Archived newspaper articles report the cloudbuster's alleged success. So if orgone is real and potentially beneficial, why did the government crush Reich? Most theorists believe factions in the government and the medical industry repressed Reich's work because it threatened the status quo. Other theorists believe President Eisenhower enlisted Reich in a covert war against extraterrestrials, and that the arrangement soured. Both of these groups are short on proof and resort to rumors, but the FDA's actions are suspicious. After stalling transportation of the device, the agency collected Reich's literature and burned it in incinerators. Reich died of heart failure in prison in 1957. Today, he's a controversial figure, on the fringes of psychology and at the heart of conspiracy theories. Which image is closer to the truth? Was Wilhelm Reich hounded for being a snake oil salesman? Or was he jailed for discovering something they don't want you to know?
Okay, so that was the video about Orgone energy, and these devices that we're making, this Orgone energy, is something very, very simple that anybody could make at their own home. Here's a little pyramid that I made, and it's basically made out of natural stones, things like this clear quartz crystal. I have this lapis lazuli stone here. See, I have this citrine crystal. These are natural stones that come from the earth, that are mined from mines from the earth. Here's a black tourmaline crystal. So here's another clear crystal. But these are the type of things that go in the devices, are just natural stones. Here is your scrub pad. That's a metal scrub pad, which you can take with some scissors and cut the metal up into pieces and have some small metal pieces. And we use casting resin or polyester resin, which you can buy at your Hobby Lobby, Home Depot, or in your arts or craft stores. So those are really the three things that go inside of it. It's just natural stones, you have your metal, and the resin, which is the casting resin. So William Reich, he was the one who first discovered it. He was jailed and his books were burned, and he basically died in prison. So his findings and his research really never got it to get out there until now. Now people are finding out about it, and now people are using it. And what it basically, in a nutshell, what Orgone energy is devices that you can build to protect your body, to protect your home, to protect your car, the earth, anything from any kind of discordant energy. And what I mean discordant energy is any kind of negative energy. Let's say EMF waves, RF waves, microwave signals, all these signals that are bouncing around everywhere at our jobs, at our homes, with the Wi-Fi, with our electricity. These things are interacting with your electromagnetic field, and they're bouncing all around inside you, which causes health problems and instability. So what this energy does is it balances what the negative energy, whatever it might be. So what we're basically doing is making devices like these, and we're putting them next to cell phone towers. We're putting them next to places where there's pollution, maybe a dirty river, a dirty lake. We're more of, you would say, we're not terrorists, we're environmentalists. We care about the earth. We understand that the earth and all life, that we're all connected one to another. So when one is hurting, we're all hurting. So our intent is just to, whatever destruction has been caused, we want to reverse the damage. So we're trying to do a good thing for the earth and for all of our fellow brothers and sisters. That is our intent and purpose for making these devices and distributing them wherever we're called to do it. So William Reich he found this energy. He was jailed, and he died in jail. Then here's another man. His name is George. He has a business online which is called organizeafrica.com, and he's in Africa, and he does the same thing over there. He makes the devices, he sells them, he has a business doing it, and he also uses it out in Africa for helping, protect Africa from any kind of negative energies. And he was arrested and he was jailed for 50 days. Okay?